If you've heard the news about TikTok giving you the ability to create videos up to 10 minutes in length, they're still rolling that out to all users as the recording of this video, and you've asked yourself whether or not churning out videos that long or anywhere near that long is a good idea for you as an entrepreneur, well, this video is for you. Hey, what's up everybody? It's Stacey Storino. Welcome back to my channel, the #1 place to learn about crafting content that converts content consumers into actual customers. I've got 8 years of experience coaching thousands of students across the world under my belt, and a lot of what I've seen has led me to create this video titled, Why You Should Create TikTok 10-Minute Videos. But before we get started, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to get the help that entrepreneurs like you need to succeed with content marketing that drives traffic to your business so that you could do more business. Now on with the show. 10-minute TikToks. Really? Off the jump, you should know that as of right now, the hottest, fastest growing demographic on the TikTok platform are adults 30 years of age and over. And since summer of 2021, there were more adults than kids on the platform as users too. So if you were kind of on the fence about whether or not you should be on TikTok creating content to increase brand awareness, increase email opt-ins, and of course increase sales, well, I've had students of mine doing all of that since 2020 all the way up through the present time. Even people who would average 10 sales a week on the platform from 2020 to the present are excited because, of course, the more adults who are on the platform with disposable income means the more sales students of mine can make. So now is the time to get on TikTok before the golden window of opportunity shuts on you. So definitely make TikTok videos of any length. Optimize them with keywords and hashtags that will help them get found by your niche. And I'm telling you, you have a really good chance to grow your business conversions and your bottom line. You really do. But 10-minute TikToks? Should you do much longer videos on TikTok, whether you've made them before now or not? Here's my thought. You should definitely experiment. I'm definitely going to do so to see how much more algorithmic boost my longer videos will get. And I bet you, as long as they're very well edited, they're going to do well. At least in the beginning, I might see bigger and better results than I normally would, and you might too. Here's my thoughts as to why TikTok wants to compete with YouTube. That's been no secret. TikTok has Instagram on the run, and that's why Instagram seriously rolled out Reels, even though it wasn't done with beta testing back in the summer of 2020, because Instagram didn't want to suffer MySpace disease and become irrelevant on an expedited basis. As TikTok continued to dominate and knocked Instagram off the pedestal of being the most downloaded app in the App Store, YouTube pushed out the YouTube Shorts feature, again, to stay competitive. Nevertheless, as of summer of 2021, articles came out detailing that users were spending more time on TikTok than YouTube. Holy moly! Sure, people thought that TikTok would become more competitive with YouTube over time, but not that little time, okay? So TikTok is definitely feeling its upward trajectory in terms of growth with adults. Adults have longer attention spans, and per an article in Variety dated February 28, 2022, the understanding is that, quote, the change clearly shows that the company is eager to facilitate ways to keep viewers in the app for longer periods of time, unquote. Now, keep in mind that the goal of any app or platform is to keep viewers or content consumers on board for as long as they can per day. Not only does the platform not suffer what I call MySpace disease and become irrelevant, but it has an opportunity to serve up more ads to the users. And of course, ad-based revenue is a major revenue stream for platforms, so that makes sense. But if TikTok can allow content creators to make longer form content like they do all day long on YouTube for many years, then it can take down a competitor while simultaneously keeping the adults on the platform longer. who are coming onto TikTok in droves every day. And those adults have more disposable income, are more likely to be in their prime or approaching it, which means their best earning years are there or ahead of them in short order. So they're gonna spend, which means more ads will be run by more businesses more often. It's a win for everyone. So in the same way that Instagram last summer moved from a photo first type of sharing app to a video sharing one, and surprise, your Instagram Reels are getting ridiculously generous reach, even if you're not the best content optimizer in the world. That won't last forever, by the way. They'll sunset that not too long from now. Well, TikTok is moving steadily from a short form video content only platform to a more general video centric period platform. With millennials spending more and more time on TikTok than YouTube anyway, you can see that TikTok is going to continue to incentivize its content creators to create all content of all different kinds of lengths to keep their consumers, their content consumers, on the platform longer and longer and longer, so that more and more ads can be served and more money can be made. So the potential for extra special algorithmic boost that longer videos that are well edited and well optimized on TikTok can have, that will be ridiculous. But just like it will happen on Instagram with Reels, at some point down the line, that extra algorithmic boost will be reduced or sunset on the TikTok platform too. For example, when I used to do live streams for Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill, my family's business, in 2016 through 2017 on Facebook, I could have anywhere from 4,000 to 6,000 people watch per live, including both live and replay viewers. Now I might get hundreds to 1,000, maybe 2,000 viewers for my Facebook Lives. I'm not saying don't bother with Facebook Lives anymore, folks. They're still great, but the reach has been sunset on that platform. Facebook wants Joe's to be a pay-to-play outfit, but we still don't need to be. By the way, if you want to see how Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill grew to its first 100,000 followers to its current 800,000 plus followers, you're going to want to check out my TikTok growth playlist on my YouTube channel. You're welcome. So I know you're very likely a busy adult running your business. So what are my recommendations when it comes to leveraging this brand new trend on TikTok? Idea number 1, repurposing your IGTVs. If you happen to have any vertical videos that you posted, which are evergreen in nature, to Instagram TV, formerly known as IGTV, you'll be happy to know that the format for those videos are the same as TikTok. As long as your Instagram TV or IGTV videos are less than 10 minutes long, boom, you're golden. While things are brand spanking new for the longer length, I'd totally go for broke here because I'm very sure that TikTok wants to reward people who are playing and or experimenting with its longer video lengths to keep people creating that type of content so that it can continue to chip away at YouTube. What if you don't have any or much of that type of content to repurpose quick and dirty like that? Well, here comes idea number 2, make that longer content. Now, up front, I'm not telling you that you must push to 9 or 10 minutes in length for your videos if you don't want to or don't have to. But if you've been feeling kind of too restricted with 3-minute max videos on TikTok, you now can breathe a little easier and push out to 4 or 5 minutes too. So if you're a products-based business, instead of doing a quick product spotlight video that's under 60 seconds or under 3 minutes, you can now showcase solution sets, collections, do a full-blown demonstration, and so on. Up to 10 minutes allows you to really showcase a lot. Just make sure you're not dragging anything out because the attention span on and off of TikTok is still pretty darn short. My understanding is that content that is 30 to 40 seconds performs very well right now on TikTok. So don't just go make longer, dragged out content just because you can. That's not what I'm recommending. But if you want an unfair advantage, I'd embrace the longer limits as it makes sense to do so and make sure that you watch other TikTok videos and playlists on my channel to learn how to make content that can grow your account, like Joe's Dairy Bar grew its account to hundreds of thousands of followers to increase your brand awareness, email opt-ins, and sales, because that is what you are creating content for at the end of the day. Am I right? Creating content that transforms content consumers into paying customers. Now, that's a lot of information, so I want to hear from you. Are you going to be creating longer videos on TikTok, given the recent news, or not? Comment below. I do read your comments. And if you want more help in terms of distinguishing yourself from the crowd and increasing your trustworthiness in the eyes of your niche, I actually have a freebie for you to pick up called 10 Reasons Why You're Viewed as a Fake Guru and How to Gain Credibility and Customers Instead. And you can pick it up at don'tbeafakeguru.com. The link for you to score that freebie guide is in the show notes or the description down below. So there you have it. You now have my answer when it comes to the subject of why you should create TikTok 10-minute videos. Need more help? Be sure to check out these two awesome videos too, because they'll also teach you great content marketing strategies that can also help to blow up your business. Enjoy.